art and science of high-end communication. Unlock the power of effective communication by delving into the intricate science and art behind it. Discover how our neurophysiology responds to verbal and nonverbal cues and master the techniques to authentically connect with others. In this course, you'll cultivate the skills to build trust, clarity, and understanding in your interactions. Embrace assertive communication principles that are both positive and non-aggressive, ensuring your message resonates with impact. Join us on this transformative journey to elevate your communication prowess.
Communicating with brain.
We're social beings, right? We like to get along, to be included. It's actually how our brains are wired. Not to oversimplify, but the human brain is essentially split into two parts, a new brain and an old brain. The old brain is what's left over from before we were as highly evolved as we are now, or as evolved as we think we are. But when someone ignores us, talks over us, appears angry, or shouts at us, you know that knee-jerk response you get that you can't control. That's the old brain or amygdala being triggered. When it's in charge, we typically don't communicate well. We're disorganized, we're acting on impulse. Then there's the newer part of our brain. This part, technically called the prefrontal cortex, is activated when someone is friendly towards us, when we pick up on positivity, when someone makes us feel liked or that we can trust them. When this part of the brain is in charge, we want to engage with others, connect, discover. And we're able to do so using what scientists call our executive communication skills, organizing our thoughts, waiting our turn to talk, retaining information, and regulating our emotions. So when we communicate, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. And if you want to be liked, to get along, to make yourself understood, you need to behave in a way that stimulates the new brain, not the old. You want to encourage inclusion and be approachable. We all want to be approachable, right? But you can't tap into someone's brain directly, so you need to start off right. Make eye contact and smile. Then you can show an interest and empathize with the other person. If you do, chances are the other person will appreciate the effort, and they may even subconsciously mirror your actions, which helps connection along. Empathy and caring. They go a long way towards helping us feel we belong.
Asking question?
When people ask questions, usually they just want to know more, or they're looking for clarification on something specific. So think of questions as either connecting questions or clarifying questions. When you're first getting to know someone, you're just looking to connect, right? You want to start up a conversation. Your intent is one of connection. Asking connecting questions can help you build rapport with anyone, including the people you work with. But connecting with another person rarely happens right away. So you need to pace your questions, start small and broaden them out as you go along. So you'd start by asking an easy question as an opener like Jack did with Sophia. Then acknowledge the reply, maybe by saying that's interesting. It's also okay to ask another question to seek out additional input if you need to. These are the tell me more about that types of questions. But remember, what you ask should be relevant. And remember to clarify. A good way of doing this is paraphrasing some of what you've been told up to that point. You could say, "It sounds like you're confident this will work." But pause occasionally or wait for an invitation to engage further. You don't want to seem as if you're cross-examining. And typically, when we're getting to know someone, we don't have a lot of time to talk at length. So you may need to seek permission to follow up. Ask if you can pick up on the conversation again or exchange contact information to talk at a more convenient time. And that's mutually beneficial. You seem interested, and the other person will also feel appreciated. This helps build rapport in any relationship.
Being assertive.
It's a good idea with people you meet, or even people you already know, to show interest in them. Curiosity? Think about it. A lot of business communication happens between people who don't know one another well enough to be interested. So you have to work at it. But is there really any business value in being interested? The facts say there is. Showing an interest in others makes you a better communicator. When someone tells you they're a runner, or they like dogs, or who their favorite team is, immediately that gives you a foot in the door, some common ground to build on. but it's up to you to recognize when such an opportunity to connect exists. If you're waiting for a training session to start, or you're both in line at the cafeteria, these are good moments to show an interest and get a little friendly banter going. That means you have to get curious. Pay attention to what little details someone may reveal to you. So the next time you talk to them, instead of the usual, "How are you?" maybe you can now ask, "How's the running going?" Your interest will get a conversation going, and you'll seem more sincere and approachable. So it's a win-win. Then once you get talking, demonstrate an interest. Listen patiently without judgment or trying to second-guess what the other person will say. Just let the conversation unfold naturally and take your cues from who you're talking to. But be relevant. You don't want to get it wrong and ask about something they have no interest in. And be discreet. You don't want to embarrass your boss by bringing up something personal in the middle of a meeting. So show an interest in those around you. Not only will it make you a better communicator, but it will also make people more interested in you.
What did you learn in this video?
What types of questions can you use to help strengthen your communication?
You're at a conference where you meet lots of new people. What are 3 ways you can connect to others when you're communicating?
You've got a new member on your team. Let's call her Sarah. What ways can you use to demonstrate your interest?
You can check all the answer in video descriptions. Thanks for watching video.